Cosplay, we're back and we're going to be talking about MDF, medium density fireboard, or hardboard, or resin board. There's a couple other names and similar products which work close enough to where I'm willing to say, hey, give it a shot. But depending on your region and so on and so forth. But this is essentially a light wood that's much more accessible to, say, your bedroom or garage or closet prop maker or armor maker or cosplayer, all those good things. If you are working in heavier materials, those are good too, but a lot of people I'm talked to are, you know, college or high school students and don't have a bandsaw or a circular saw or even a Dremel. So there you go. I'm going to try to show them a nice sturdy material to make their props, your props. So that's not too hard to work with here. Now, MDF is medium density fireboard. You'll see it in the hardware stores in sheets of. It's pretty cheap. It's actually very, very cheap depending on the thicknesses. The thicker you go, the more expensive it's going to be. I tend to stick to 1/2 inch. Oop, 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 oop. You get back here, 1/2 inch. Or sorry, no, 1/8 inch, 1/8. And then of course 1/4, and then I don't have any raw 1/2 inch. I used it up, cleaned the room, and don't even have scrap to show you. But raw, I will show you some examples of old projects I got laying around and things you'll see videos of in the future. So I guess a little sneak peek of me working with woods. Oh well. So a lot of times you need something that's nice and rigid for your props. Typically, I'm going to go with props here because then this is not so great for armor. I mean, I can see you using it for armor, but typically I'm going to go with the props are going to be the largest share of the people using this. And with this is a very light pulp mixed with resin. I think I covered that and all that. But your typical pull saw that you get in the home improvement store for, I don't know, 10 bucks, you might have one lying around the house, will get the job done. This is my Japanese pull saw. It's a bit old. I need a new one because the blade's nice and dull, but yes, you can. Yeah, it's good and dull. Yeah, arr. You behave now. Also, if I were taking my time and being patient, I could cut it. But you guys get it. Any sort of conventional wood tool will work with this, at least as far as I know. There might be like some specialty bullshit, and I get it, I know, exceptions. Dremels work really well too. I am not. Wait, do I have my Dremel over here? I could totally dig my Dremel out. Here it is. Here's a Dremel. Or no, sorry, this is a rotary tool by DeWatt's. It's, you know, Dremel's a brand name. This is a cutting tool for I use for acrylic. But you guys get the idea. That I use also the drill. I use a hand tool. This is called a Yankee push drill. I don't think you can. These are kind of old. I got this from my great grandfather. I prefer hand tools a lot of times just for the precision, even if it does take me considerably longer. I don't know. It's just the way I learn to make things. And of course your standard glues, whatever they may be. This is what I have on hand. Don't feel like pulling out stuff. And finishing, Bondo, all those good things. Now, why is MDF so good? Well, unlike your heavier woods, it comes in some very nice thicknesses and are adaptable in that way. When you get to really, really thin woods, they splinter very easily. They're hard to hold screws in. It's not great. So, if you're just trying to make a, say, sword, you want a kind of low-profile blade. So the thin woods you might find at like a hobby shop or they do have it at like Home Depot, Menards, and such. Will splinter very easily. They're kind of very easily cracked. So it's nice to have material with, if I can get it to do it on camera. Woo! It's flexible, as the old proverb says. It's better to flex in the wind to break. Yay! I got the PVC glued on there for some detail work. It's actually not super necessary, just being lazy about it. And here we have some 1/2 inch. Now what I've done with this 1/2 inch is I rounded out with this rasp slash file. This is my go-to tool because it has so many options: a rounded edge, yeah, flat edges. And I can go in here, can sand this out and clean up all these edges. You'll notice that this is in the second stage of finishing. This is a wood filler, and it's actually been on there for, I don't know, like 6 months or something like that. I need to finish this sword. It's something that never quite got finished, and no one cared. I will start with, say, Bondo to finish up these cracks. See, there's some Bondo work there, and then sand that down, and for the really fine stuff, go in with the wood filler because it just is nicer and finishes much cleaner. But as you can see, hopefully you can see in the camera right here, there's a piece of 1/8 inch, 1/2 inch, and here's some PVC. And the flexibility is really nice. As you might be able to tell, there's a good curvature here with this prop. You didn't have to do anything, I didn't have to do anything special. I just had to put a little tension, and that's why this screw is here to provide the tension to curve that piece of MDF. And you can get some really interesting shapes. Here's another example. Here's a shield that I have layered the 1/2 inch on, and it's in a curvature shape. And I put screws in the back to press it down, and that allows it to hold this kind of more interesting shape than just plain old flat. It will not, of course, curve hugely and dramatically, but it does have the ability to do so and make your work a little bit more interesting and dynamic. I like curves. I'm not a fan of. I'm a fan of say German designs rather than Japanese, like, angular designs, if you understand that sort of model. Anyhow, so I really like the flexibility. Any kind of detail or they can fill in wherever they're needed. As you can see here, we have what is it, 3 layers of the 1/8 inch in the middle, bordered by the 1/4 inch here, and this has been rounded. Actually, this could use a little bit more rounding on this side right here. So I'm just going to take the rasp tool on this, and I'm going to start rounding this out and finishing it, make it look a little better. And then my sanding sponge, and I'm going to finish up these details. There we go, and that's going to paint up really beautifully. And of course, one thing about working with, say, woods or MDF, when you're finishing it, you either want to put some kind of clear coat on it before you spray paint, or the spray paint will just soak right into the MDF. It's not particularly effective. Regular craft acrylic paints work just fine. I'm pretty sure you've seen me use them a zillion times in my videos. Okay, no, stop working on this prop. I'm trying to tell people about MDF. And here's a little spot I covered a screw up here, if you guys are wondering where. Yeah, you can actually see it just a little bit there. There's a little screw hidden underneath that. When I do mount screws in, I should talk about this a little bit. I try to drill the initial pilot hole, because we don't want it splintering. It's okay for holding screws. It's better than most. And then I'm going to take the head of the screwdriver itself and actually make a crater for the wood screw. If you guys know what the shape of a wood screw is, I'm going to make a little crater for the head of the wood screw to sit in. Oh, here's a dramatic. So that when you do put the screw in, it's flush with the surface. Just a little trick there to make your stuff look a little bit more finished. I don't use, let's see, where's a really ugly screw to use? Not here. Oh, well, I guess this makes the point. Like, this is a rounded head. This is more for pretties and for finishing, like if the art specifically calls for a screw. I'll put one of those up because they look nice. But I guess I don't have too many, like, ugly screws. that will show up in my work. Oh well, I'm going to get this out of the way before I start picking at it and trying to sand it and all those good things. Now, I just wanted to show you a bit of MDF, medium density fiberboard, and what it can do, what it's quite capable of, and I'm sure this is not even, no, I think this is fairly good. These were fairly good examples of what you can achieve. And some of the tools here are my favorites. You can actually sculpt with it reasonably well. Of course, you can get your wood burning tools. This is where my hot knife originated. Ooh, I almost cut that off. That would have sucked. Your wood burning tools to do carvings and detail work, along with chisels and all those traditional wood tools can be used with MDF. Oh, I guess it's not that insightful of a video, I'll be honest with you, but maybe to someone who is scared of wood or has not explored all their options, this is some good examples of what you can achieve and what's out there. I'm going to end my rant. I hope you guys enjoyed. I can definitely go into specifics with different techniques with MDF, but this is a general overview, and I hope you found it insightful and useful. Thanks for watching. Good times to all. Hey, well, before I finish up this video, I want to say thanks for everyone who likes and subscribes. But the people who comment, you guys have a special place in my heart. It really does keep me motivated. I don't know, I do try to talk to you one-on-one, but maybe someday I'll have enough questions and so on to do like a regular Monday Q&A session like I used to. But for now, I just try and spread the information and love I have for all you cosplayers out there. I don't know if you know someone who needs help, if you see someone who could use a heads up and maybe is new to the cosplay community, maybe hasn't seen some of these kind of informational videos, let them know. It really helps me out. I'm gonna go make more vids, have some fun, make some stuff, do cosplay things. Thanks for watching, guys. Good times to all.